Hello there.
So, the best ever LEGO game released, and it's absolutely jam-packed with secrets, Easter eggs and references, so I decided to put as many as I can into one video. Here's 69 of the best. Let's start with a literal Easter egg. Get your butt over to Hoth, and in this location here, you can find this. A shiny Easter egg. You can interact with it, you can shoot it free, but it's a bit of a struggle. When Rey first meets Han and Chewie on Reap What You Solo, take the time to look around and you'll find a shipping container which needs a unique code. Open it and you shall find the Ark of the Covenant, the sacred relic. It was also in the Raiders of the Lost Ark movie in which Harrison Ford plays Indy, and of course, he also plays Han in Star Wars 2. Sticking with Indiana Jones, his hat can be seen in a cutscene briefly in episode 4, but only if you choose to put out the fire at this section. Indy's hat can be seen flying out of the airlock as Princess Leia clings on for dear life. There is a third reference to Indiana Jones in The Force Awakens, and is a callback to this scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark, where Indy gets bored of all the showboating before a fight that he takes a shortcut. Here in Star Wars, Han Solo is about to pull the trigger when Poe Dameron takes charge. Qui-Gon Jinn also gets a movie reference linking to his on-screen actor Liam Neeson. When approaching a Force user puzzle, he will say,
"I have a particular set of skills that will come in handy here."
A direct quote from the movie Taken.
I have a very particular set of skills. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
Another movie reference is here to honour Spartacus. His fellow slaves conceal his identity by shouting,
"I'm Spartacus! I'm Spartacus! I'm Spartacus!"
So Lego Star Wars did this with Padme.
I am Queen Amidala. I am Queen Amidala.
No, I am Queen Amidala.
Dobra Queen Amidala.
And when Chewie and Han are planting explosives, it's possible to recreate the mission from Metal Gear Solid and move around incognito in a box. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga has brought back a bunch of Easter eggs from previous LEGO games, such as using the Force to bring a mundane table and chairs to life in the very first moments of Episode 1. It's here all over again. One the community was looking forward to seeing again were the Stormtroopers off duty, relaxing in the hot tub. And here it is in 2022. Behind this door, you'll hear a familiar line too.
This is not the pod you're looking for.
This Easter egg keeps giving with another Stormtrooper in the shower close by, and another listening to music on his break from Imperial business. This dude can also be found later in the game having a bath in Mos Eisley singing the Imperial March. He's so used to something going wrong every time he gets a wash that he'll say this.
Oh, why does this always happen when I take a bath?
In A New Hope, take a look at the knocked out troops. They are seeing stars. But if you get a little bit closer, you'll see that they are actually TIE fighters and X-Wings. Crazy attention to detail. The dazed animation is custom to each character. Some will see visible Z's as if they're asleep, and ones that are hungry will dream about food. The previous LEGO Star Wars games can actually be found in-game. In A New Hope, keep an eye on the ceiling to find a secret area, and turn around and you'll see this. It's LEGO Star Wars 2 from 2006. Here on Naboo at the water's edge, you can stumble across the prequel trilogy cover from 2005. You can also find this in other places like Geonosis. And finally, down in the catacombs of Maz's castle, you can find this relic of a more uncivilized time, the cover art of The Force Awakens from 2016. During our escape in the Millennium Falcon in A New Hope, Han will say this.
"We need to get out of here in one piece, rather than 7,000 little ones."
It turns out this is a nod to real life, as the LEGO Millennium Falcon does indeed have over 7,000 pieces. Do you know anyone who's actually built that? In fact, get close enough to the characters and you'll see the model numbers on each of their LEGO pieces, and it lines up perfectly with real life LEGO sets. A bit of a throwaway Easter egg here, but if you fancy a jump scare in a kid-friendly game, during episode 7, take a look at some of the shipping containers. One of them will do this. So I'm sure you've noticed the strange alphabet in some cutscenes. The Aurebesh language is indeed a real thing, and thanks to the internet we can translate these on-screen graphics to uncover more Easter eggs. When the fight with Vader begins, the text translates to "loves the dark side, hates sand." We all know Anakin's sand issues. Darth Maul says, "Red dude with bad attitude." Count Dooku's is great, it says never loses his head, and we all know how he met his demise.
Do it.
And during our duel with Anakin, it reads X-Pod Racer, and current Sith apprentice. And of course Darth Sidious has one too, also known as the Senate.
I am the Senate.
Not yet.
Jango Fett reads donor for the clone army, and here's a good one. General Grievous's handle reads more sabers than sense, in reference to that meme you may have seen where he holds over 50 sabers. The Praetorian Guards have a Red Dead Redemption play on words with Red Guard Redemption. Kylo Ren has serious daddy issues. I think we can agree with that. And my personal favourite is the Sovereign Protectors, who protect, but they also attack. Just when you thought that meme was gone. There are a bunch more which aren't as amusing, but here they are all the same. Boba Fett reads the galaxy's most infamous bounty hunter. Jabba the Hutt says crime lord of the Outer Rim. Palpatine says Emperor Sith Lord Senate. And Luke says, did you do it? As it's his fault, Ben became Kylo Ren. Captain Phasma is called Chrome Dome.
Let's go, Chrome Dome.
FN2199 says traitor.
Traitor!
And for the Knights of Ren, it says friends make the worst enemies. This one-eyed beast in the trash compactor has text which translates to keep one eye open. And the TT 2005 boss says come get some. But interestingly, that is not the Easter egg here. TT Games are the devs behind the LEGO games, and 2005 is the year the first game they made released. So TT 2005 is actually an Easter egg of themselves. The Skywalker Saga makes reference to a bunch of video games and TV shows in mission titles. Better Call Maul is a play on Better Call Saul, the TV show. The South Park episode in which incorrect Star Wars lore is used to bamboozle the jury, the Chewbacca defense.
Damn it. What? He's using the Chewbacca defense. Why would a Wookiee, an 8-foot-tall Wookiee?
And loosely, this could be another Indiana Jones reference. Raiders of the Great Temple could be a mashup of Raiders of the Lost Ark and a Temple of Doom. Oh, and a mission called Second Breakfast can be found here in reference to the Lord of the Rings.
We've had one, yes. What about second breakfast?
And to double down on this, on Takadana, a droid will shout, no one tosses a droid.
No one tosses a droid.
Which is a reference to Gimli's line in The Two Towers.
Nobody tosses a dwarf.
Untitled Allback Game is a nod to Untitled Goose Game, and in that mission there is another reference to The Witcher and the glitch which became a meme, when your horse would randomly spawn and get stuck on top of a roof, as if by magic. Even the Gonk droids get a few side mission Easter egg puns. Gonk with the Wind, you know, Gone with the Wind, and Gonkster's Paradise. Yo, that was a tune. Pretty much every side mission is a pun on something pop culture related. I just finished a mission called Don't Go Defacing Waterfalls, a play on the TLC song Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls. Let's just all agree that there are hundreds of puns and we should move on. When Finn ventures back into his old life as a stormtrooper, it's possible to find his favourite cleaning tool, good old Buffy. He was in sanitation, right? He's very happy to see her.
Buffy! I never thought I'd see you again.
I'm sure you noticed this in Return of the Jedi. After Chewie saves the day, he breaks out some Michael Jackson moves in celebration. There's a really funny glitch in the current build of the game, and I think you should try it. Should you constantly select the Mandalorian, Grogu will also spawn in with him. You can then duplicate that Grogu and make a huge team. It may not be an Easter egg or an official secret, but it's so good to see. Look at this, I totally wasted a day. Worth it. In the 1980s, the movie Spaceballs released, which was a parody of Star Wars. One of the characters was a droid named Dot Matrix. The inspiration behind that was C-3PO with a mop on his head. And it so happens that during your playthrough of the Skywalker Saga, this will happen to C-3PO. And it's so convincing, Lando is immediately attracted to him. Rawr. The Spaceballs versions of Darth Vader gets a nod too, oversized and short. Another movie reference can be found when Order 66 begins. Obi-Wan will hide under a ledge, and it's shot identically to the scene when Spider-Man hides in the movie. The characters themselves all have animations when left to idle too long. Grogu will eat a frog, just like in the Mandalorian show, and other characters like Anakin have little Easter eggs. Anakin will get out his lightsaber and notice that it's turned red, the colour of the Sith. He frantically tries to fix it before anyone notices, a great nod to his future demise. When pairing up characters, we can trigger unique dialogue between the two. Sticking with Anakin, take the child version and put him with Vader and listen to this.
Whoa! That's a cool suit. Where can I get one of those?
Patience, child. Patience.
Foreshadowing. Gotta love it. My favourite interaction without a doubt is when Kylo Ren meets the Sith version of Rey.
Rey?
Tell me about it, Sith.
If you're old enough, you'll recognise the quote from Grease.
Tell me about it, Stir.
A musical in which the goody two-shoes leading lady becomes a rebel at the end. Do you remember the meme when everyone would constantly say, "Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?" And then you'd tell them 100 times to please stop saying that. Well, it's in the game. Select Sidious and one of his apprentices, and you'll get a response like this.
You ever hear of the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
We can't keep doing this. You have told me countless times.
During the game, Kylo Ren's love of being shirtless is brought up many times. So much so that when paired with Rey and shirtless Kylo, she'll say this.
Why does this keep happening? Don't you own a shirt?
The breeze. It's liberating.
Some characters, though, get a little redemption. When teaming Leia with Jabba the Hutt, he'll say this.
You make me sick. Some interactions are just plain outright hurtful, like Obi-Wan's comment to Darth Maul.
Maul, you look taller than the last time I saw you.
Poor little guy. Jar Jar Binks will use his superior intellect to take Palpatine at his word.
I am the Senate.
Hiya, Senate. Mr. Jar Jar Binks.
And have a listen to the banter between Dooku and Grievous.
Dooku, I've been putting your training to good use. Look at the many lightsabers I've acquired.
Quite, but I'd much rather see them in use. I nearly lost my head there.
There are so many more of these interactions we could make a video all about it, but I'll just leave you with the one which brightened my day and was the first thing you heard when you pressed play on this video. Should you team up Obi-Wan and General Grievous, you'll be given this iconic line.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Ooh, goosebumps. I'm Adam, you're awesome. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.